Welcome, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well tonight, Tuesday night. Uh, yeah, we're gonna talk about some stuff tonight that's been on my mind all day. I didn't really want to tag it or anything, because I'm really not 100% sure how I want to approach it because it's a really sensitive subject, and it really bothers me a lot that it took place. Um, so fuck it, I'll just dive right into it. This creator, um, I have discussed. I think I did one live on this guy. Uh, and when things happen in the community, if you guys know me, if you've been with me a while, you know that certain things that happen in the community, obviously, with the lives that I do, they bother me, but certain things like really bother me, like where there's nothing to joke about. Um, and you know, so this dude, I believe his name is Doug. He has a channel called No Thanks Investigates. Um, Now this guy, apparently last night, um, he got into it with Benny Keys, and I mean that was just ridiculous. I'll even play that clip as a matter of fact. Um, Let me go ahead and grab that. Shut up, Cherry. So this is from Chronicles of the Shady, uh, and so she clipped this, and we'll go into what I'm really talking about here, but I'm gonna use this footage here to kind of warm up to it because it's a subject that really makes me mad. But just to give you an idea of the kind of guy he is, uh, I'll go ahead and play this clip here that Chronicles of the Shady went ahead and put together.
Mother, you probably would. Except my mom is a woman, you probably wouldn't like her. And my dad and my brother would have put a bullet in your head because guess what? They don't have to ask questions first. You fucking go anywhere near me or my family. I don't have a gun. I don't have any of that. I'll beat you with my hands. Matter of fact, I told you tonight, I'm going to give you the first punch and you wouldn't knock me out. You
Wow.
better hope you did because after that, I'd Liam Neeson you. I'd come for you. I'd look for you and I'd fucking kill you, you motherfucker.
Wow.
I wouldn't even have to ask for my
Okay, so
daughter
just
back
a
because I know
straight
you're
up,
not into women.
like, just a straight up threat, immediately followed by a slur.
But be honest about it. Just had to save your ass. The sex offender, the guy you had on your team. You are a sex offender too. Touch your kid one more time. You have a CPS case. We saw you post it. You have 2 charges going with you. Good luck with that, you fucking weirdo. Touch your kid one more time or beat your kid or let me teach him how to go potty and how that he needs to tie a hook.
What?
Let me teach him how to tie a shoe because you're not in his life. You don't even know how to do that. I raised my kids all the way up till they're 13 and 16. I've never lost them. You, even when I was homeless, I still had them and went to their games. You can't even fucking find
Wow.
your kids. You don't even know your kids' names. You don't know your kids' names, you dumb fuck. Hey,
Listen to the okay, so there's a big difference, guys. There's a really big difference um between having somebody on your panel and just roasting each other, and being clever, but as most of these, what we consistently see in the pieces of shit on YouTube, like what we consistently see is they always go real life. They always take digs at, they first of all they get people to dig their personal information up, and it's just so that they can take these digs at them because they don't have any wit. They don't have any they take things so personal. They're just ugly people inside who just lack an actual sense of humor, and miss the whole part, the miss the entire beautiful part of humor, and the things about humor that make it beautiful. You can be funny uh without taking real digs at somebody's life, you know, trying to, without deliberately trying to hurt their feelings. Um, you know what I mean? Like, to me, I think that that's just, like, because I roast people on here all the time, but my mindset isn't in the place where I'm trying to hurt somebody's feelings. Now, the people that I go after and I talk about, I don't mind if their feelings are hurt, because they hurt people's feelings constantly with their shitty content and their actions, their horrible actions. So I feel justified in it and I don't regret it at all. So, um, but this is somebody who just can't stand himself. This is somebody who clearly, and I think somebody actually said something, yeah, looking for validation. This is somebody, and the only type of people who are that desperate for any type of validation are people who don't think much of themselves, to say the least. This is somebody who just clearly hates himself. um
This and that. You guys are pitiful motherfucking people. And not only am I going to expose you, I'm going to show you what a piece of shit your mom is. And the doctor should have slapped the shit out of her for even procreating how you came out. You came out feet first, and
Now,
no,
if you guys know, like, Benny's mom actually will sometimes sit in with him in the room when he's doing streams, which I actually think is kind of nice. I think it's cool that she does that. She doesn't overstep her boundaries, but she'll check him if he says something. I think that's really funny, and not funny in a like laughing at Benny kind of way at all. Like, it's kind of cool, that she'll just be like, hey, because it's his mom. You know what I mean? um I think that his dynamic with his mom on his channel is decent. um
wonder why you look the way you do with that pubic hair beard and a dickhead for a face. You're a fucking what, butter teeth? You look like you
and
chewed on.
his mom never does anything like bad. Like, his mom does not deserve to be attacked here at all.
I cannot believe it's not butter. You brush your teeth with fucking butter? What is it? Fucking do. Hey, why don't you? Okay, go right now. Call your mom and tell her a dolly just got done banging her. He said that you got to leave in 30 minutes, and you're gonna get evicted from your mom's garage couch. The one, and you're sleeping on the pillow.
What a shocker that he's buddies with Dolly. What a big shocker. And I've also been told that he's buddies with old wipey boy. uh uh Another big shocker.
That Candace used to pee on, aren't you? You fucking peon.
That's when you were in the bar shooting.
Look at his eyes. Like, this is a dude that is just purely filled with hatred, uh and probably cocaine, based on the way that he's talking and spitting out. uh I mean, this screams alcohol and cocaine induced behavior. um Not sure if that's the case, but I'm kind of sure. I'm kind of sure.
No one can really.
Yeah, I was exposed. Exposed Gentlemen's Club, 2016, August 20th,
You were at a
4:30 a.m.
men's gentlemen's club.
No, I was at. It was
Okay. Like, you can tell how insecure this guy is, because he's so proud of having whatever position he had in a strip club. Like, and I'm not saying that he should be ashamed of it. That's not what I'm implying at all, not even a little bit. I'm saying he thinks that it's something to actually brag about, you know, from 2016, 2017. Yeah, it was blah 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 gentlemen's club. Like, okay, cool, man. You know, all right. So you had a job, right on, you know, and you had a job where women expose themselves. Cool. You know, I don't have to go to work to see that, you know. So good for you.
It was the gentleman's club, but I ran the dispensary.
Just tell the truth.
Okay, listen, I was working at a strip club. It's called
A male
Exposed.
strip club.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen,
men
I'll
for
play
you.
the video later. Okay,
All
listen,
men for
I
you.
know you hang out at only men's strip clubs, so let me name something. Not the
Wow.
blue clam, and it's not the pile driver, you dumb motherfucker. Is that what you know? You know something, but
This guy's
Hey,
ridiculous.
okay, I'm sorry. Tonight, let's put our heads together with BK.
You
Yeah,
know,
you're head to
I'm
head.
the
Yeah,
kid.
you guys do
You're
cockfighting
gay,
over
but
illegal cockfighting and
you're
K-way.
monetized, but you're gay.
Hey, listen,
Up.
hey, I can act so bad right now, but
What?
I'm sober and I
I don't think you're sober, dude. Uh
have a
Jesus,
lot of
if
gay friends.
that's
I talked
sober,
about Justin
you
for
got
all,
a
and
real
you dirty
problem.
deleted that. I said, yeah, I love him. He's my bro.
Let me repeat that. If that's sober, that dude needs serious psychiatric help, because those are signs of someone who is just plain dangerous. This guy has no self-control, no filter whatsoever. Um yeah, I'm not yeah, I'm with you, Queen Ashley. No. This dude, you know, I don't think he's sober. And if he is sober, wow. Um
Fuck yeah, he's honest. He has integrity, and he's a hell of a creator. And you fucking started going to the game. He's a hell of a creator.
hold on.
You dirty deleted that. I said, yeah, I love him. He's my bro. Fuck yeah, he's honest. He has integrity, and he's a hell.
Who
I
the
have a
fuck's
lot
he
of gay
talking
friends. I
about?
talked about Justin for
Oh,
all, and
Justice
you
for
dirty
All. Okay.
deleted that. I said, yeah, I love him. He's my bro. Fuck yeah, he's honest. He has integrity, and he's a hell of a creator. And you fucking started going to the gay shit. You're
Wow.
fucking done, BK. Really? You want to call me live? See here. Okay, I have police listening right now.
Wow,
I have
dude.
my brother watching. It's all good. What do you want to say, BK? Hey, grow some balls, you fucking cunt. What do you want to say?
Yeah. Now this is rumor. I don't know this to be a fact. But this is just rumor. Someone told me that this guy was born Jewish, but this is a reliable person. Um, told me that he was born Jewish, but is like considers himself a neo-Nazi. How does that work? How how does that work? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really make any sense at all. Um, oh, another one who joined up with the white supremacists. Jesus Christ. God, these guys are such pussies, dude. Like, they're such pussies, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't think I could last in prison because there's no way I'm getting any fucking neo-Nazi shit, you know? Like, in theory, I feel like I would get raped before I let somebody tattoo some neo-Nazi shit on me. That shit is for life, you know? Like, that shit is for life, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And even the little one that this dude had, like the white boy has, he could get that covered up, and yet he still hasn't. So don't tell me that you did it just to protect yourself in prison, because that's complete and utter bullshit. Because you're trying to play both sides. You know why? Because you like rap music, and now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, dude, that in and of itself is racist. That's unbelievable. So this piece of shit, after this, either before or after this, I'm not even sure when it happened. This piece of shit ended up committing porn revenge on someone. I got a little background on the person that he did that to. Um, and that's just hearsay, so I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to spread that. Um, and it's also her personal fucking business, so I'm just not going to do that. Um, and I think that she has been humiliated publicly quite enough. Um, Apparently this guy showed pictures on a live stream last night. First of all, I mean, what the fuck are you doing showing nudity on your live stream? First of all, second of all, how could you do that to somebody who trusted you like that? Like just for what reason? I mean, there's absolutely, and I think he worded it like, um, let me see if I can accidentally show these pictures or something like that. Let me oh, I don't even know. Well, I did. Yeah, hold on. I can actually narrow down the post. Yeah. And someone swatted Benny last night, which I'll talk about too. Um um Now Betty believes it was him, but what he's trying to do is get screenshots of him admitting it. He put a community post admitting it apparently. Um Now I'm not familiar with this creator right here, but she posted um in community. Her name is Nicolina777. Um and she posted, so I just found the live that Doug did last night where he was intentionally showing texts he received from a woman. These text messages showed her bare breasts and her bare vaginal area. How can any woman support that type of behavior? That is a felony. It was not an accident. He said, and I quote, let me see if I can accidentally show you all something. Then he proceeds to scroll through his text messages to find these photos. Now, that is a deplorable person, she says. Um, yeah, there's a reason why I used to be cool. Revenge porn is a criminal offense, and with the way he did it, could probably charge federally. Yeah, and I honestly believe that he should. I 150% believe that he should be charged with a crime. I think that the person who he did this to um, should take every legal action against him that she possibly humanly can, civil, criminal, otherwise, all three. You know, I genuinely believe that. I'm a bit of a boomer, but I've also embraced technology. I haven't gotten very good at it, but uh, I've embraced technology, and the way that technology has somewhat been changing our society, making certain things that would be uh, not so easy to do much easier to do. Um and 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 I'm going to be absolutely frank with you guys. I'm going to be completely and totally um candid with you guys. uh as a man and having a audience of about 90% women, um I have no problem, I mean, and I'll explain why. I don't have an issue with admitting that uh I have a very sexual nature. I love sex. I think it's great. But I like it for certain reasons, which I'm going to get into. Um, but the main reason is because I love and respect women. Okay. See, someone like this, who has no consideration for how that might affect that woman, because women are generally very, very reserved when it comes to their sexuality. Um, Generally speaking, unless they happen to be with one partner that they trust. Usually that's the case. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is absolutely fine. But because women are conditioned this way due to throughout history women being told and taught and men being taught the same thing about women, that women should not be these sexual people, they should not be able to embrace their sexuality because it becomes something to be ashamed of. They're shamed for it. They're shamed for having the same type of sexual desires that a man may have, where a man is praised for their conquests. A man is praised for his conquests when it comes to sexuality. Whereas a woman who happens to have these same conquests, she would have to walk around with a red A. She would be shamed. And a woman has no more to be ashamed of than a man. As a matter of fact, in my personal opinion, a man has more to be ashamed of based on how men are conditioned to think throughout history as well. Because what men do generally, this is the problem with sex and the way that it is today. This is the one thing to me that actually makes sex dirty. The one thing is when sex is used only for self-gratification. That is the only time. To me, that is the one thing that makes sex dirty. Because, and what I mean is, you get a guy like this who's capable of doing what he did without even considering this woman's feelings. First of all, he feels entitled. He feels entitled to those pictures. For a woman to bear herself that way, to trust you in that way, is something to be cherished. It's something to be respected, to say the least. That doesn't mean you have to fall in love with the woman. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, to say the least, you respect the fact that that woman trusted you, because women are also extremely self-conscious of their bodies, much more than men are. It's not easy for a woman to get to that point and do that. Now, me, being a sexual guy, I have exchanged many pictures. You have no idea how many pictures of my dick are out there. But through consent. Through consent. I have never ever done that unless there was a vibe building up and then there was a consensual exchange in writing, in a text thread, where we agreed to exchange pictures, because there was already a chemistry that was exchanged between us. Because for me, it's all about that chemistry. And that is a very, very, very real thing. Very real. All you have to do is actually listen for it. And the way to listen for it is to empathize with the other person you're engaging with. And the easy way to do that, fellas who act like this fucking piece of shit, the easy way to do that is to actually understand what the purpose of our sexuality is. See, I believe, and I believe Christians, you can embrace this too. I think that our sexuality, we're taught that it's a dirty thing. But I refuse to believe that a creator, call it God, whatever intelligent design, because I do believe in intelligent design, whatever intelligent design designed us, gave us one out of only 2 species in existence the ability to feel physical pleasure from sex. That is a gift. That is not an accident. And it is a gift, because what it is not the feeling of just being able to feel physical pleasure from sex. See, that's a very, very narrow-minded way of looking at it. The real reason that I choose to believe that we were blessed with this gift is the ability to implement that on someone else, because it is sparked by our interactions. It is sparked by our connections with each other. That's in my opinion the way that it needs to be looked at. Because I promise you, if two parties are of the mindset of, I can't wait to give this person the night of their life, and they feel this way about each other, and that is their mindset, that is their focus, their goal, not, dude, I can't wait to bust a nut. You know, as long as that's your focus, there's no way you're going to have bad sex. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. The only reason bad sex ever takes place is because at least one of those parties is in it just for themselves. Period. That's it. It's real simple. All you have to do is not be a selfish piece of shit. So for a guy to do what this piece of shit did to that poor woman, and I'm going to tell you something, nobody deserves that. Nobody does. It's happened to me and I got mad because for me, it was about that exchange where I sent somebody pictures, they sent me pictures, and I would never to this day share the pictures that she sent me, but she shared mine. And I don't care what her reasons were. I didn't consent for those people to see me in that position. I did not consent for people to see me that exposed. Those people. Only her. So I was angry about it. Yeah, the spark is sacred. I absolutely agree. Are you talking about the spark, Hugh Janus? Where do you find this? Oh, no. Oh, shut up. Stop it. Yeah, no. It's not, it's a human thing, man. It's not just about respect for women. It's about having a general respect for any other person. It's just that simple. It's about having a general respect for literally any other person. And and hearing about this woman and the situation that she's in just made me so sad today, man. Like, she's in a situation where it sounds like she's just plain trapped, you know, and there's nothing that anybody except her can do anything to help her. And she's probably even in a position at this point where she can't even really help herself. One of those really bad situations that do happen, you know. 90% of the time I'm going to be like, look, you fix that. Like, you're in charge of how things turn out. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to sex, right? And you have that mindset of the other partner, you know, part of that responsibility, if you're looking to never ever have bad sex, right? Never ever ever, to absolutely eliminate bad sex, which is absolutely possible. You can totally not only have that mindset of how you just want to pleasure them, but you can control not who does the same thing for you, but at least teach yourself how to spot it. Choose your partners more carefully. Choose a partner that you can trust. Okay, this is the type of person. You can tell when somebody is a generous, giving, empathetic human being. You can sense that on them if you listen for it, if you look for it. So this is what people mean, even those who may not realize it, when they say that you're disrespecting yourself by just sleeping with anybody. That's, in my opinion, how you are disrespecting yourself, because you're not listening to yourself and you're not teaching yourself to be able to actually look and choose your partners more carefully because you don't trust yourself. And a lot of the times it's because you don't like yourself. And that's, to me, is the root of almost, if not all, problems within somebody's psyche. It just boils down to self-esteem, man. You know? Yeah. I'm shocked that anybody even follows that guy and listens to him. Like, I get the fact that he's got no filter. I could see how he would be entertaining to someone who's not really listening to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's got a good sounding speaking voice, I guess, and he continues to talk. He flows as he talks. It doesn't stop. So I understand the appeal to a certain degree, but it's a very hollow appeal, you know? Because if you actually listen to what he's saying and you consider yourself a scrupulous person, well, then you wouldn't condone the things that this guy says and does, you know? And then he had the balls to delete. Well, I mean, obviously he should have deleted that video, but the community post where he admits to swatting Benny, you know, I mean, I almost believe it, because at the end of that video, even without the proof, I'm not saying that it is proof, because it's not. I still don't know for sure that it was him, but um if I had to line up a list of suspects, right? There's a lot of people. There's a long line of people that don't like Benny. As a matter of fact, I get a lot of shit for being cool with Benny, but I don't really give a fuck, if I'm being honest. All you stupid motherfuckers that leave comments in my thread saying, "Oh, well, I can't believe that you are okay with Benny. He's such a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. Well, you know what? There's a lot of things that he has done that I don't condone, but that's on him and not me. But the reason why I fuck with him is because there's a pattern to the people that he goes after. There's a pattern. Every person that I've seen him have some sort of rivalry with has a very, very fucked up personality and does fucked up shit all over YouTube. Same type of people that I talk about, same type of people that a lot of other creators talk about. How is it that these people are all cool with each other and they're all accused of doing the same type of shit by every person in the community who has a conscience and a big mouth? That can't be a coincidence, right? So that just tells me that Benny's heart is good. Should he have better judgment over his decisions? That's not for me to say. That's his own. He's a grown man, dude. He's a grown man. And we have the type of dynamic where I could tell him, nah, I'm not cool with that, dude. You know what I mean? But I don't think that makes him a bad person. Because at the end of the day, he's doing things that I wouldn't do. But if I were to do them, he's doing them to the same people I would do them to. I don't even know how better to put that. And it doesn't mean that I condone it, but he's a grown man. The consequences will come to him if the consequences are going to come to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this piece of shit, this Doug piece of shit is just doing horrible things to women and anybody who challenges anything that he does. Yeah, and let me give you a tip, man. Like anybody who's like, who even hints that I shouldn't be associated with somebody, like I'm writing you off. You're the first one besides, before I write that person off that you're warning me about, I'm writing you off. Because I'm not going around telling people who the fuck they should be talking to and who they should be associating with. I don't know what the nature is of their dynamic. I don't know what the nature is of your dynamic with anybody else. I'm not worried about your dynamic with anybody else. That's none of my fucking business. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And at the end of the day, and I've said this many, many, many times, how you feel about me is none of my fucking business. I mean, you could say it and you could blast it all over YouTube. That's okay. That's your prerogative to do so. But I'm not concerned about what your feelings are about me. When I have a friend, right? Somebody who I consider a friend, I'm focused on how I feel about them and how I'm going to do right by them. That's how I see that. And I want friends who feel that way about me. Again, I can use my fucking my senses to just pay attention. Am I perfect? No. I mean, of course not. You know, I have that's what I'm saying. This thing that you see here at the bottom of my screen right here, this right here is what I got to consciously tell myself, because I spent my most of my life, well into my adulthood, I spent it taking everyone in my life for granted. I spent it being just a fucking somebody who blamed the entire world for his problems. Nobody directly, just well, that's just my luck. I was born to lose. And sometimes I still have those moments because I struggle with depression. But this right here is what I use to consciously make sure that I don't do that I don't go there here. You know what I mean? That's what I use to make sure that I don't do that, because I always feel bad. I always feel bad when I have relationships with people that they're not getting anything out of it and they're putting in so much, you know? I've hurt people in my life by just being just careless, you know? And I don't want to be that person anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't. Like, it's not a good feeling. It's never been a good feeling. Then I realized that I was a glutton for punishment because I hated myself and I felt like I deserved to feel bad all the fucking time. But what I'm not considering is that I'm feeling bad about myself at everyone else's expense, because they're putting in so much and I'm just being like, fuck you. And I don't want to be that guy no more, man. You know? It's a bummer, dude. Like, it's a bummer to feel like that all the time, dude. You know, and like, I realized once I started using the glare, once I started doing that, I found that I liked being happier better. I just wasn't used to being happy. Never actually been happy. But I took these steps that I need. I'm not pushing these on anybody else. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to start a glare cult here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying this shit is mine and it's for me. Maybe it works for you and I hope it does. Cool. You know, but I'm not selling you a book or nothing. I'm just saying, you know, it works for me, and if it works for you, cool, awesome. But it's a formula that somebody of my personality can adopt, and it works. You know what I mean? Um, and that's all that is, man. Uh, and all it is a key to happiness. And what I found out was most of these are just exercises that make you a more likable person. That's the benefit. That's the absolute benefit. Oh shit, what's up, Bobby? So like when you, for me, for instance, what happens for me is when I'm trying to be a decent person, when I'm actually happy, right? Uh it rubs off. I have a way of emitting it so that it rubs off on the people in my environment who want to be happy too, you know? And to me, that's just as helpful to the environment as not littering. you know uh and then what it does is it's, then you feel good about that, and then that makes you happy knowing that you're making other people happy. And it's just like a give thing, right? Just like as I was talking about, is the same formula behind sex. And if you're not focused on that, well, then you're just missing out. You're missing out, and you're disrespecting yourself. I mean, every human being owes it to themselves. I mean, that's like I said, I mean, it's to think of it as something that's some sort of curse that we're born with, and as humans, uh is just ridiculous. It's a beautiful thing. It is literally the physical act of sharing. It is the gift given to you that allows you to share without any type of element or material possession. No elements in the world, no material possessions. It's a gift that allows you to share with someone without even having to speak. Like, how do you not have the utmost respect for that as a human being? So to take someone's pictures that they send you in private, in a private exchange, and use it against them to try to hurt them and try to humiliate them as though it's something to feel humiliated for. Because that's what happens to me. Like, I'm not fucking shy, or I wouldn't send the pictures to somebody who I have that dynamic with. I I'm not. So, but the thing is it's not that I'm worried about someone else seeing it. It's that, no, you owe me the respect to ask me permission if you can share that. Because that is an intimate thing that I had with you. That is something that I shared with you on an intimate level. Two people. That's all that is. Well, this is why it's illegal, Bobby. This is why it's illegal. So what it is when I feel, it's not humiliation that I feel, which I'm saying it's perfectly natural to feel that. But luckily, that's not the feeling that comes over me when it's happened to me. But what the feeling that comes over me is hurt, betrayal, for two reasons. Because I trusted you with something very intimate about myself. It was a very intimate act. But you also betrayed something that I have so much respect for, which is human sexuality. You perverted it. You made it disgusting. People like you are the reason why people think sex is ugly and dirty and gross. People like you are the reason why it's difficult for a woman who is a rape victim to own her sexuality again after that. Think about that for a second. Because if a woman didn't feel that there was something to be to feel humiliated about or ashamed of, that factor would make it, if that factor didn't exist, it would be that much easier for a woman to get her sexuality back after having it taken from her and destroyed. Because they took something that was designed to make us feel worth something to another human being, because all we want to do is use it to make them feel good. When you take that and make it about hurting them and make it about taking something from them rather than giving them something, you destroy that for somebody. Because the same, make no mistake, is it the same as rape? No, it's not. But it's the same concept. When you look at what sex is and what it is designed to do on this planet between humans. Why do you think that, I mean, do you think that that's all accident and coincidence, that you have to do this in order to create another human life? Do you think that that's an accident? Because I don't. Because a human being, being the best possible human being, in theory, you would think would be conceived in love. Now, that's not to say that somebody who was conceived in a rape is going to grow up to be a bad person and incapable of love. That is not what I am implying at all. But it's symbolic. You know? That can't be an accident, in my opinion. That a human being is created and conceived in the most purest act, the most purest and most just, I mean, when you think about it, like, it's like I was explaining before, it's something that you don't need anything for. Nothing. You don't even need words to have that connection. So when you just use the physical aspect of it to gratify yourself, you know what I mean? That's when a baby is an accident. And let's be honest, most pregnancies aren't planned. That's not what I'm implying either. But that's the difference between an accident and a surprise. You know? Two people love each other. You know, they're married. They make a baby. That's a child that was likely conceived in love. You know? So to me, I mean, whatever you believe in, you know, whatever higher power you believe in, I have to believe that that is not an accident. All of those factors that I have gone over here cannot be an accident. And therefore, it should never be taken for granted and should be celebrated by exercising in which the purpose of it serves. By exercising its purpose. That's how you show whatever God you love respect and gratitude and thanks. I think people, I think Christians should say grace before they have sex, just as quickly as they would say grace before sitting down for a meal. Again, cooking food, something that we need essentially. I love to cook for other people. Why do I love to cook for other people? I've explained this every time I've done a cooking stream. I've explained this, but I'll explain it again. I love to cook for other people because the energy that is involved in feeding other people, giving them something, giving them the nourishment that they need to live and making it enjoyable for them, the energy behind that is beautiful. It's amazing. Think about it. When those of you guys who cook dinner for your family, you don't cook often, okay? Because I can honestly see how it would be looked at and felt like a chore if it's a day in, day out thing. Every day you have to cook for your whole family, and it's like one other thing in your day that you have to do. I understand that, and I'm not faulting you for looking at it that way. But the people that don't cook very often, but then end up cooking for like 3 or 4 people, let's just say, right? And it's something that you're like, I mean, you're going to put all this love into it. You're going to be like, I'm going to make this taste so good. I can't wait to, oh man, look how that's turning out. That's cooking just the right way. Oh, this is going to be so good. When you have that attitude, like you're experiencing that pleasure, that energy that I'm talking about, right? And then when you get to sit down and then you get to see 3 or 4 different people going, oh my God, dude. This is good, bro. Damn. Like that's like, hell yeah, Yeah, woman advocate my ass. Dude, that dude deserves a fucking rubber hose beating and then prison time. That's totally what that dude deserves. He is a piece of shit. No investigates is an absolute piece of shit for what he did to that girl. Yeah, Katie May, I'm telling you, dude. Everything. Fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who tailor makes suits, dude. Think about the positive energy that's involved in seeing that person like after they got fitted everything and you're just running the sewing machine and doing what you do, and then dude puts on the suit looking in the mirror and he's like, fuck yeah. Dude, I would imagine that dude who tailors that shit is like, fuck yeah, fist bump, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're missing out, dude. I'm telling you, you're missing out. You're missing out when you're not focused on doing something dope for somebody else. You're just missing out. Like what's funny is I'm selfish as fuck that way. I used to struggle with that when I was really fucking like when I was not suffering from depression, not struggling with it. Today I struggle with it. There's a big difference between struggling and suffering from it. When I suffered from depression, I used to just sit there and be like, what is the point of fucking being alive? I used to think the exact opposite way. I'd be like, what the fuck is the point of being alive, dude? You know what I mean? Like, no matter what act we do, we're doing it for selfish reasons. But I learned that there's a difference between self-gratification and self-love. And once I learned how to love myself, that's when I realized that it was okay to do things for selfish reasons as long as it's under the foundation of self-love rather than self-gratification, if that makes sense. Right. You know, I used to sit there, dude, I don't do jack shit with myself other than this channel right now. Seriously, you know, nothing productive other than go to the gym and take care of myself physically to a certain degree, but I still drink. You know what I mean? So am I really, and I smoke, am I really taking myself serious? You know, am I really taking my health and my body seriously? I just work out to just add that much more longevity and really to just manage my depression because it's much easier. They will tell you that any mental health professional who knows what the fuck they're talking about will tell you that the number one treatment for depression and anxiety is exercise. That's the number one treatment. So that's mostly why I do it. Right? But now when I drink, and it's not every time. It's not every time. Sometimes I still get depressed when I drink. It does happen. But the difference is now when I drink, it's to celebrate, not to self-medicate. Because my demons are at bay, you know, they're there. That's the thing is when you're in my speaking for myself, I can only speak for myself because I'm not a mental health professional. I can't tell any of you what to do with yourselves. But speaking for myself, I used to think that other part of me used to think, oh my God, I have all these demons. I know this is wrong with me, but I have to figure out a way to get rid of them. I have to get rid of them. They have to be gone. I've learned for me that that's impossible. I had to realize these things are always going to be there. These things are always going to be an issue. It's just a question of, will I be able to manage it? And what method am I going to use to manage it? I need to come up with a method to manage these things, to not let them run me, right? Everybody's got demons. Question is, do you let your demons run you, or do you put your demons to bed and run them? Make sure that they stay asleep. That's the question. Yeah, I mean, running's great, man. You know, dude, I don't care. I'm such a boomer. I'm at that stage of my life where I'm not looking for new music to listen to. Now, I'm also not one of those people that's like, oh my God, this was the music that was going on in my day, and this is the only good music. Wow. That's not what I do. Uh, but when I work out, people think, oh man, you know, that I'm listening to like Pantera and Helmet every time that I'm working out and High on Fire and you know, and I'm just like, oh, the most aggressive music in the world to get me hyped when I work out. No, that's not what I do. Quite the opposite. Now, sometimes I'm in the mood for that, sure, but that's not why I listen to it. It's just because, oh man, you know what? I want to hear that High on Fire song right now. But what I'll end up doing, I'll find music that relaxes me. I swear to God, I work out to relax. I to relax my brain. That is why I exercise. To relax my brain. That is all the only reason I do it. Dude, I was listening. Last time I went to the gym, I was like, I played it like 3 or 4 times because the song came into my head the night before. And I was listening to the Smiths. William, it was really nothing. That's not exactly get pumped music at all. It's not. But it's a really cool song. I think so. It was. And the reason why I know that song, because I had an old friend used to come by the tattoo shop all the time, and like since my name's Will, he would he would walk up to the shop and go, William. I'd be like, why do you keep doing that? And he's like, bro, like you don't listen to the Smiths, bro. And I'm like, okay. um and yeah, and if you know the song, I'm not gonna play it because I'm not trying to get a claim here, but it yeah, and it's in the 80s, it's Morrissey singing it, so it's like really like gay friendly, but it's just really like, even back when I was stupid, I didn't care about that. you know. Uh and if you like to marry me, if you like, I can buy the ring. And he's talking to William. Awesome, dude. It's doesn't matter because this song fucking jams, bro. I can listen to Morrissey and the Smiths all fucking day, bro. Like, and I could listen to it when I'm working out. Uh, dude, I listen to like Neil Diamond sometimes when I'm working out. That shit is great. That's the most relaxing shit in the world, dude. It's the most relaxing shit, I swear to God. But see, that's nostalgic too, because my mom used to listen to him a lot when I was like a little kid. She used to blast that shit on the stereo from the vinyl record collection that she had. Um, so I love that shit, man. Uh let's see, Tina Coley, what are you saying here? Claire, I'm a grandma, and years ago, my mom was committed when I was a kid. I learned when she came home that if I could get her up and just empty a cupboard for her, she would feel better for a bit. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's just those little acts of kindness, man. That really is just boils down to, because think about it. Like when you're just lazy and you're just like, oh, I don't feel like fucking doing that, you know, like when somebody calls you up, a lot of times it's passive aggression. It's just like you don't want to do it just because they had the fucking balls to ask you. You know what I mean? I do that a lot. That happens a lot where I like feel somebody is just totally selfish in themselves, and then they're just like trying to take advantage of me trying to be a nice person, and then I'll just be like, yeah, I'm not doing that now. Sorry. I don't have a problem saying no to people. I do. That's where self-love comes in. I don't have a problem saying no to people ever. I just don't, but yeah, Jim Croce's dope too. Um well, okay, Katie May, you gotta like Neil Diamond. That's not gonna change. That shit ain't even none of my business. um I mean, sorry, the chat distracted me. I forgot what I was talking about. I had a total brain fart right there. Oh yeah, I was saying that I don't mind saying no to people. Um, but you know, but when you think about it, like what is a kind act really? Like where's the real work, the extra work in the kind act? In my opinion, it's just making the decision that you're gonna actually do it, right? Not actually getting up. Because here's the thing. The reason why I say that is because chances are you're going to you're going to end up doing something anyway that probably uses the same amount of physical energy, right? So it's not like you're like, oh my god, it's lazy. It's just kind of being a dick. You know what I mean? When you're just like, oh god, I don't feel like doing that. It's really because you just don't fucking feel like being helpful. Because the fact is like if you're, somebody like, let's say that person who left that comment says, um, hey, can I come over? Can you come over and help me empty the cabinet? you know, she's probably going to be doing something anyway, even if it's like playing with her kids. You know what I mean? She's probably going to be doing something that's just as physically exerting as that. So all like the real trouble that you're going through is being like, sure, I'll do that. Sure, I'll help. Think about how ridiculous that is. That's how easy it is for a kind act, is that decision. Pendar, thank you. Check out Band-Aid, Japanese rock chicks, badass. Yeah, there's another Japanese band I like a lot. They're called Boris. They're amazing. They're really good. I got to see them live, and I was really, really happy about that. I love this. This is really funny to me because everybody's in an uproar about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I swear, I don't care. There's not any part of me that is in the slightest bit worried about uh Elon Musk. And I can explore right now the reasons why, because I haven't really put that much thought into it, but I'll do that right now since we're live. All right. Um uh, Elon Musk buying Twitter. Don't care. Let's explore the reasons why I don't fucking care. For the first reason, I haven't really been on Twitter that long. So I feel like I'm gonna be losing it if I leave, you know, because real simple, like I'll be on Twitter and I don't even use it that much, right? So that's one reason why I just don't really care. Second, uh he seems to be somebody who actually wants to stop Twitter from being so policing. I think he wants to be less constricting over what you're allowed to say on Twitter. I think he actually is going to use that platform, or plans on using that platform to advocate more free speech. I'm all for that shit. So, I mean, but no, he's all about the free speech. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, free speech means everyone, dude. Exactly. Now, if he's all about maybe I'm misinformed, but if he's all about the free speech, I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, I have no doubt that this is being played into. Now, I mean, that's kind of conspiracy theorish, but Elon Musk is a factor in the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard fiasco going on right now. And I don't know for sure, but I think it's because I think she cheated on Johnny with Elon Musk, or something like that, something to that effect. I'm not sure if that's absolutely accurate, but um now what he's doing now, it's a believable conspiracy theory type of thing. It's a believable conspiracy theory. If um oh, I'm sure she probably has dirt on him. See, that's something different. But to even like try to take away, that's what she's doing. Is if she has dirt on him, okay, I see that what you're getting at. She has dirt on him. His timing for trying to buy Twitter right now is right in the middle of all this right now. So that takes some news and attention away from her, but it doesn't. It doesn't at all. Like, so I'm already shooting that down right now because that doesn't do that at all. They're already connected. If you're talking about the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case and you've been following it, you already are tying Elon Musk's name into it. So what the fuck? All it's going to do is get people to talk about him that much more. Because guess what happens in the chats where people are talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard right now and all the live streams? And there's a lot of them. People are talking about Elon Musk buying Twitter. You know what I mean? Oh, Cherry thinks he's the baby's dad. Of course. What's real life soap opera would this be without that little factor? Yeah, see, I don't do, like, I'll name bands that I like, and if you want to go listen to them. I don't give a shit whether or not you do. Uh that's something I don't do is like push my music on people. I used to do that when I was a fucking idiot. And I'm not saying that makes you an idiot if you do that. I came to a point where I'm just like, I don't care that much. Maybe I just don't like the music as much as I did. I'm not as fanatical about it, where I'm just like, oh my God, this music changed my life. You have to listen to this. I found myself disliking it when people did it to me. So that's why I stopped doing it. I remember I'd be in a car on a date and we'd been drinking, you know, and, you know, we're just kind of making out in the car or whatever. And then, oh my God, you have to listen to this song. Okay. This song will change your life. And I'm already turned off by the girl when that happens. Right there, I'm just like, don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? Why? That's for you. Like, what makes you think that the formula, which is the things that have happened to you in your life and how that formula connects with the song and brings the song into that formula, what makes you think that that same formula would be for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what makes you think that? That's just assuming that everyone can relate to you. That's just assuming what it is. It's kind of it's sucking energy. You know what I mean? You're pushing some shit. You know what I mean? Like, recommending something is one thing. Like, if I come to you and I go, hey man, what's some good music to listen to? Then I'm like, I'm sick of the shit that I've been listening to. That's one thing. But if I don't ask for it, man, like, when you're sitting there going, hey, you have to hear this song, it will change your life. How do you know it's going to change my life? You don't know me. You don't know what the fuck I've been through or haven't been through. Both things are a factor in how a song may or may not change your life. You don't know me. The fuck? See, I don't buy that bullshit either. She's trying to get you to understand me. Talk. Don't dedicate a song. I just find that shit super annoying, dude. When girls are like, oh my God, if you want to know me better, listen to the lyrics. Listen. Oh my God, that is so me. Nobody wants to hear what's so you. Sorry if I'm being a dick. I'm just being honest, man. Nobody wants to fucking hear. It's a news flash. It's a tip. I'm telling you, nobody. Think about it. Do that next time to somebody when you're drinking, and then remember that I said this shit, and then ask, like, really observe and pay attention to the other person and how they're reacting to them. And if they're doing this, going, they're just trying to be polite to you. I guarantee you that it's very rare that when you do that to somebody goes, no, holy shit, this fucking song is awesome. Where the fuck has this song been my whole life? That happens so rarely. 99% of the time, you're going to get somebody who's going to go, and you're going to be like, do you like it? Do you like it? And you're showing how disappointed you're going to be and almost hurt, if not hurt, if they go, no, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, like, so they're obligated to not hurt your feelings. So what you're doing is you're sucking that energy, man. You're not giving it. You think you're giving it by pushing a song on them because you think that you're sharing the same pleasurable experience that you get from the song onto somebody else. You think that that's what you're doing, but you're not. What you're doing is you're obligating somebody into something, and that sucks, literally. And so that person is just sitting there going, And then they feel obligated to go, yeah, sure. Yeah, good song. Yeah. And I feel horrible when that happens. I feel almost abused. I mean, it's not exactly abuse, no, but it's, it's the same fuel behind it. Totally selfish without any fucking regard for how the other person feels being in that position. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't push your music on people, man. That's just fucked up. A movie's a little different. Now, if it's because of a personal, you relate to the movie for personal reasons, it's the same shit as the music. But if you're just like, dude, holy shit, have you seen this movie? This shit is fucking hilarious, dude. I mean, that's different. Something that has fucking 99% on Rotten Tomatoes and that person has good taste in movies, then you're like, dude, yeah, you got to watch this shit. That's totally different. I'm weird. I'm the same way with movies. Okay, if someone keeps suggesting one, I feel like oppositional defiant. Right. Right. Now, unless you're somebody that absolutely loves movies and you know the difference. Like me, I can already spot by a trailer if a movie's going to be good or bad, or at least worth watching. I can look at a trailer and be like, that movie's going to fucking suck. I'm always right about that shit because I watch so many fucking movies. And I know what I like. Okay, yeah. See, no, that's different. That's somebody who shouldn't be going around recommending movies to anybody. You have to see Napoleon Dynamite. Why do I have to see it? Like, I'm talking about, like, if I know that you read comic books, like, I don't even have to know you, and I go, you tell me, hey, yeah, I used to love to collect comics and blah blah blah, dude. Yeah, you have to see the Avengers. You have to see the Infinity War. You have to. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If you've read comic books and you followed that shit, like, you were waiting for that movie your whole life. That's not a movie that you actually have to recommend. Well, it's not changing your music. It's just like pushing it on you, dude. You know? That is the same shit as if, like, you walk into somebody's house, right? And they're like, oh, look, I have some Entenmann's cake. And you're like, you know what? I'm not real hungry. This is what my brother did. This is what made me mad. My brother did this shit to me. This was years and years and years ago. He knows now never to do this to me, and his intentions are good. But I remember he came to the tattoo shop and he was in town and he was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I had a couple piercings to do. And he was like, all right, well, and this was on South Beach. He's like, I'm just going to go down the block and find a place to eat. And then when you're done, meet me down there. And I was like, cool. And so, I called him and I asked him where he was at. He told me he was at this little Greek place. So I was like, cool, I'll meet you down there. And I went down to the Greek place and he's like eating baklava, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, what is that? And he was like, baklava. And I was like, actually, I didn't even ask him what it was. He was just like, have you ever had baklava? And I was like, no. But then he's like, yeah, man, you got to try it. I'm like, well, what is it? And he was like, it's a dessert, and I was like, oh, so it's sweet. I was like, nah, I'm good, man. Like, I'm not really in the mood for sweets right now, and he was like, yeah, but have you tried it? And I'm like, I just said I didn't know what it was. But you just told me that it was sweet. So I don't really want anything sweet right now, but I appreciate it. Thanks, dude. And he was like, but you've never tried it. So why don't you just try it? Well, because you said it was sweet for the second time. You said it was sweet, and I'm not in the mood for sweets. And he's like, I mean, but dude, like, how can you pass something up if you've never tried it? How can you say that you don't want something if you don't even know what it tastes? I'm like, you just said it was fucking sweet, dude. I don't want something sweet in my face right now. You know what I mean? And then it's kind of turned into an argument. And then, we were already adults. So it de-escalated quickly enough, but I was annoyed as fuck. You know what I mean? I was annoyed as fuck. And what annoyed me the most about it was my brother is like, he's the smart one. You know what I mean? So you know what the fuck you're doing right now. Don't act like you don't know what the fuck you're doing right now. You're purposely getting on my goddamn nerves and trying to like elitist me, because you're fucking so cultured. You know what I mean? And that's how I took it. You know what I mean? Like he's gone to Europe and all that shit. And, I never got to do that. And back then I was just like really bitter about it, but it doesn't change the fact that he was actually passive aggressively doing that too. So again, like if I just simply say, like, no, like respect that shit. Crystal's crime time. The Glare lived in Miami. The Glare lived in Miami Beach. If that's where you are at, try Little Las Vegas. Yum. I think it is like Little 72nd Street here. Okay. All right. The Glare, oh my God, you lived in Miami. I grew up there. I live in Wyoming now, but oh my fucking God, I miss the ocean so much. Don't miss the city, though. Way too many people. Yeah. Yeah. I don't ever want to live in Florida again, dude. It is an armpit. Yeah, the Clevelander has 15 pictures of beer. The Clevelander, ridiculous. Not my type of hangout. I was a Max Club Deuce guy when I was on South Beach, not a Clevelander guy. Yeah, I mean, that's almost the same thing, right? You know what I mean? It's actually more intimate to push music on people, right? Than, but yeah, nobody should be telling you what to wear, man. Unless it's like a sexual thing. You know what I mean? If you're in a Dom sub type dynamic and the Dom tells the sub, hey, I want you wearing this, put that on. That would really excite me. That's different. But that's because there's a consensual thing happening there, not just somebody trying to belittle someone and take some sort of power away from them. Right. No, I get it, Michelle. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry that you go through that if you're going through that or have gone through that. I'm sorry to anybody. Wow, you left Miami in 1976. I left Miami in 2012. Yes, Cherry. We know you love being a sub. A lot of these people do. A lot of you guys, I'm really grateful that you love being my subscribers. Thank you so much. Yeah, and that's another thing, But I mean, that's one thing to say, hey, Hope, is he going, hey, put something pretty on tonight? That's not, you know what I mean? That means, okay, yeah, we're going somewhere. That makes sense. I know how you like to look good in certain situations. So make yourself look good, babe. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that in the slightest bit. But like, if you come out and you go, and he goes, is that what you're gonna fucking wear? Like, you know, you don't got anything prettier than that. That's a little different. Oh, that's pure insecurity right there. That's weird. That's pure insecurity. Tell you something, people. Jealousy and possessiveness are merely symptoms of insecurity. I will say that one more time. Jealousy and possessiveness are merely symptoms of insecurity. Okay? Why don't you put that in your pipe and smoke it? All right. I'm going to wrap this up tonight, guys. I think it was nice just having something just to talk about with you guys, man. It was nice. You guys are pretty awesome. And I am going to, tonight I'm going to drink some wine. I'm going to watch Spider-Man No Way Home on Blu-ray. Yeah. I'm going to have a nice chill night. So I'm really glad that I got to hang out with you guys. Thanks so much. And do me a favor on the way out, please hit the like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.